So Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Unbeaten Dalton Smith. Dalton, how are you?
Yeah, all good, all good. Same old. Training's been going well. I'm feeling fit, so that's good.
Big fight for you, May the 15th, first title as a professional on the line, English title, of course, against Lee Appleyard. You had a replacement opponent last time out when Lee unfortunately came down with COVID. Why was it so important to you to reschedule this fight and to not just move on from Lee and from the title?
I think the Lee Appleyard fight, it's I think this stage in my career, it's a perfect fight, and obviously it's worked out better for us because we've got the English on the line now. So, but obviously it was a late replacement last time I was down to box Lee. But like I said, it's early days in my career. People forget I'm only 7 fights in, so to reschedule the Lee Appleyard fight back in, it just made sense for us.
How did you feel about the last performance? Because it was very good from your side, but it seemed quite early on your opponent was a little bit apprehensive, a little bit wary, maybe felt your power early on. Can that be frustrating at times?
Yeah, it can be frustrating because every time I step in the ring, I'm wanting to learn and wanting to fight. So, but Ishmael Ellis, I watched videos on him, and he had a winning record. I think he'd lost 2. And from the footage I'd seen, he looked awkward, and I thought he'd give me quite a few problems, in the fight. I always expected to beat him, but I thought I'm gonna get a few rounds out of him. He's gonna make it a bit tricky. But after the first round, he just went into defensive. But obviously I'm not complaining. I got him out of there early, so I was just a little bit disappointed that I didn't get a few more rounds in. But like I said, I can only fight who I'm put in there, and I did expect him to cause me more problems.
What do you think are the key strengths, attributes that Lee Appleyard brings to the table?
I think if you're looking at Lee's record, he's a lot more experienced than me. He's done the championship rounds many times, and obviously he's had the English title already. So, he's an hungry fighter, and this is a fight he's got to win to get him back up there. So, there's a lot more on the line for me, and there's a lot more on the line for Lee as well as an opponent for me. So, it just makes sense, and it's a great fight for me.
Do you feel there's a bit of a target on your back? As you alluded to earlier, you're only 7 fights into your pro career, but you have been on Sky Sports. You were a really good amateur as well. Do you think people are looking to make their name off beating you, upsetting you?
Of course, and I think that's like any fighter or prospect coming up. They have the media behind him, the platform, and the made in. The name's built up. So maybe the lower level guys who don't get the the profile, and the profile's not as high, for them to beat me, that gets their name up there. So there's always going to be a target on my back as long as I'm winning and I'm doing well.
Now, talking of profile, your show, it's not just your show, but obviously the show you're on May the 15th, could be one of the last we see on Sky Sports for a Matchroom UK show. It's been reported, not yet confirmed. If that does turn out to be the case, what impact, if any, do you think that could have on you as a fighter and your development?
I think for me at this stage of my career, it's not really going to make a difference. Obviously, Sky's the biggest TV platform out there for me, and to get my name out there, and everybody watches Sky Sports, so the platform in itself, Sky's the biggest. But for me at this stage of my career, it's how DAZN's going to take off, and I think time will tell with it. But it doesn't make any difference to me. I've still got the same team behind me, the same promotional team. So everything's just going to run the same as it did before. I'm just boxing on a different channel.
Your gym mate, Sonny Edwards, obviously became a world champion on Saturday night. Sublime performance against a long-time champion in Maruti Untalani, however they pronounced it on the TV. I know I was getting it wrong in fight week. Yeah, great performance from him. What sort of impact does that have on the gym as a whole, yourself and the other guys that train there?
First of all, for Sonny, I always refer back to it, that's boxing. That's the art of hitting and not getting hit. And, I said, my dad always knew it was going to be a tough task. And my dad always expects the worst or the best in any fighter, whoever his fighters are fighting. And he asked me on fight week, and I said, you know what, Dad, he's in for a hard fight. But me knowing Sonny, me coming through with Sonny, seeing him how he trains. I says, I can see it being 12 rounds and Sonny just outboxes him and he can't get near Sonny. You know, I said that to my dad on fight week. He was like, I know it's going to be a tough task. We've got to get it right. But I just knew that the fight was going to go like that. And I knew how Sonny was going to fight. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but that's just the way I seen the fight going. And I know what Sonny's capable of. And, you know, it was some masterclass what he put on.
And obviously you're in the gym with him and the other guys every day. You see how good they are. You know how good you're all kind of bonding together. But when he goes out and puts on a performance like that and the rewards that come with it, does that kind of, I don't know, does it vindicate the work you're doing in the gym? Does it make you think, God, you know, this is going to be me if I carry on training in the same way?
Of course it doesn't. It was the same with Charlie. You know, Charlie coming to the gym, he won the world title. The hype and the buzz in the gym was good. And, you know, Sonny's done it again now. So it just shows that, you know, Sonny started off on the small hole shows. He did it the hard way, you know, and then he's come through. I've seen him progress in his career. You know, he was professional way before me. So now I can sit back as a young prospect and think, you know, these two lads have done it, trained by my dad. So there's no reason why I can't do that. I've got the abilities and the skills. So I'm learning off these boys. And, you know, I even though they're my gym mates, I look up to them.
What are the key things so far that you've learned from the Edwards brothers in the gym? I'm sure there's loads, but if you could distill it into a couple of points.
Hard work, you know, as much talent as the boys have got, you know, they train so hard. So it just shows that you can have all the talent in the world, but you've still got to put the hard work in. And, you know, that if Sonny wasn't fit and didn't train hard for that fight, you know, Sonny would have got stopped in there. You know, you see how he boxed, and to keep that movement and to be switched on for those 12 rounds, you know, that takes some going. And you know, fair play to him. His conditioning with our strength conditioning coach, Reece Silver, Elite Step, my dad in the gym with us, you know, it all come together, and, you know, he was in some shape.
I wanted to ask you as well, I found out today that you're going to be working with the Sheffield Wednesday Community Programme, which is the charitable arm of the football club. Just tell us, I suppose, how that came about and specifically what sort of things you'll be doing.
So that all started off with, obviously, I've always supported Sheffield Wednesday, and they backed me from the start, especially my professional career. And my relationship with them, you know, just grew through once I turned professional. And, you know, the support I got from them, you know, it was unbelievable, and the support I got. So, you know, we got into talks with them, and I thought, you know what, they're putting this support into me. It's only right to give back to them and the community, and, you know, to do some good in the community. So I'll be working with young kids. Me and Piers Gudgeon, one of the other coaches down there. Like I said, we'll be working with schools, young kids in the community, and obviously building the relationship with Sheffield Wednesday as well.